Brad, you have any fun this weekend?
Nah.
No? You just played Spelunky.
Oh, God.
I almost got beat up at a bar.
Ooh, tell me about that.
The closest I've come...
Paint the picture.
So...
I put the X-Files theme on repeat.
Close. Close.
All right.
A variant.
Was this Saturday night, Friday night?
I found myself in Walnut Creek.
Oh,
Already.
Already.
It's a good place to get in a bar.
Bunch of bruisers over there.
Bad start to the weekend.
What is the scene like over there?
Kind of like the marina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a lot of bros.
Oh, really?
At least
Walnut
the
Creek?
The bar, like I don't know what the strip is, but we'd gone to some
Bros in Uggs.
some sushi place called Sasa. I don't know if you've heard. I don't
Maybe.
know. You're my only other Walnut.
Sure.
Walnut Creek.
The Cricker?
Is that what you call yourselves?
The Crickers?
The Walnutters?
Walnuts.
Yeah.
Walnuts.
I'm a
With a
nutter.
Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're crazy.
Don't come out here.
All these Walnutters.
Right. All right, I want to hear what...
So we got a friend of mine was out from out of town, not going to Walnut Creek out of choice. He was out for some work trip, and they were just whatever reason, like their operations are out there. So he was there doing some training, and so we got dinner, and the last BART is like at 12:30. So it's like, all right, we can pound one more drink at a bar, and then I'll get on the BART and head back to San Francisco. And this friend is one of the friends where the jukebox trolling was originated. You know, back in college, like he was one of the founding members of perfecting the formula. It had been a long time since he'd engaged in this. Let's say he got a little overzealous, forgotten some of the techniques.
Right. Forgot how much he can handle.
Forgot how much you can handle, how much you should be dishing out, how you should be dishing it out. What is the
how
formula?
ODs happen.
Well, your tolerance goes down over time.
The formula of keeping people happy, upsetting people, and making sure that
the fine art of jukebox trolling.
you don't have to leave. So we didn't have any money, so I went out to get some money at the ATM, and I came back to the jukebox, and all of a sudden there were 85 credits in there. And I'm like, why are there 85 credits? Which that's like 35 songs.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
He's like, I found a 20 in my pocket, and so I just put in the 20. So I'm like, okay, sure, let's go. Let's go down this road. And we started with has proved to be a funny one in the past. It actually straddles the line pretty well. It's the Cantina Band theme. That's one like that most people kind of hear go like, ha ha, and like, you know, kind of chuckle.
Yeah, really, we're at a bar.
It doesn't really get too upset. And then my friend, I was like, you go for it. Like, I'll throw out some suggestions. Like, John Williams is usually a good place to start. Then you want to put on some actual, like, top 40 hits, like, get people back in the groove, especially if the bar knows the people do this and are going to skip the button. So my friend just gets really overzealous and plays the John Williams Duel of the Fates, like, 4 times in a row. And
okay,
that's all right if you're just going to play it, then walk away. But the mistake of putting 85 credits in is that takes at least a couple minutes to put them on. And by the time you have picked, and because he was overzealous and picked a trolling song first,
he was still at the jukebox.
Trolling song started playing where we got halfway through, and I was like, "Do we?"
Oh, you needed a buffer. You
gotta get away from this.
You put on like half a dozen, just
put in
like
Cisco. Thong song would work in this situation.
Some crowd pleasers before it starts getting weird.
Yeah,
some meatloaf, and then you buy yourself 10 minutes.
It sounds careless. It doesn't sound
careless.
like he was not practicing his craft.
No, it had been years since he'd done it, so you know, amateur mistake.
Like you should really ease into it. Like you want to have a song that's like good crowd pleasers, right?
Yeah.
And then you get into a point where it's like, well, that's kind of a weird choice, but whatever.
And then also you've left the jukebox. No one associates you with the jukebox.
And then you can make funny looks at the jukebox. Like, who's that asshole? Yeah.
And then you can like go up, be like, I'm gonna go put on some real songs, guys. And then you put on some new ones.
That's right. Then Ghostbusters theme.
So Duel of the Fates, or like Seinfeld is a bad one. Duel of the Fates plays like 3 times. My friend gets really excited. I was like, oh, this is so great. And he's looking around and like looking at people's upset faces. And there is this one fucking guy. This one dude is like this real kind of like meathead looking dude. Red. So red. And I first identify him and I'm like, I think he can hear it. Like, I think he knows. And because it was kind of like faintly enough that like you kind of had to be listening a little bit. It was kind of a loud bar. And he just turns over. Just turns to our group and he goes, why would you play this? Why would you play Star Wars at a bar multiple times? And just screaming at us, not in a fun way. But
fair question.
Fair assessment. So immediately we start laughing because we're confronted with the fact that like shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
And we didn't have a we didn't have like a response lined up. Usually the response is handled by the music, not by like myself.
Yeah.
And we
It's
just
not a plan
So
built
we-
for confrontation.
So he kind of
Got no outs.
screams at us, and he's very red. And so his solution to this is like, I'm gonna go over to the jukebox and you know,
Bounce
if you
or
pay
something.
if you pay extra, you know, you can have
You
the
can play
songs
first,
bump
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Of course, what he doesn't know is that, like, of course, that's what we did with all of our songs.
Right.
So we have like the first 25, and
Yeah.
so even when you're paying extra money, and he's pounding that button, because I don't think he's looking at the number.
Yeah.
Like he's clearly adding it, but it's to a queue that is like 25, 30 minutes away. And so at that time, I
Just
turned to the group and was like, guys, we have to leave this bar.
Our work here is done.
And so we chugged our drinks, walked out, and we're like laughing, and the bouncer was just like, did you guys fuck? It's like, we're sorry. We just walked out. My friend's like, oh, I watch sports here. And I was like, well, maybe not anymore. And so we left. So don't lesson. So you got to stagger it. You know, play the hits. And then you lead into the songs that you think are going to annoy people, and then you got to weave it together. You can't do it to a front. My friend blew his load way too early, and it just didn't. It almost ended real badly. That guy really could have hurt us. No one in our group is capable of like dealing with this guy.
But all of you together.
No.
No?
He was a big man. Like if he wanted to ruin us, would have been nothing stopping him. And I don't think that bar was going to like leap to our defense.
I was going to say, you also put yourself in a position that's not sympathetic.
No.
Of like, if someone wants to pound you, it's like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. That's fine.
Laughed way too hard at it. Like at
I was going to say, also laughing at the dude when he's angry at you. That's
well, because there's no one in a bar that like when music on is like straining to hear it,
Right.
Like going like shh, like I think. Da, da, da. Oh yeah, that's ours. Yeah, that's our song.
But also laughing is really the only defensible position there because
Right.
What do you be like? It was an accident. I don't like.
My finger-
you
my
just
finger
call that.
slipped.
Yeah, you're just like, yeah, fuck, yeah. That's
The
it.
only other way is just fucking go hard the other way and just look at him and go, yeah. Yeah, we did put it on.
Well, what didn't help our situation before he went over. The bar clearly has either encountered this before or is aware of their skipping button. So they start skipping. And with skip, Duel of the Fates. Skip, Duel of the Fates. Skip, dun dun. It's like, oh shit, we played Jaws too. And that, I think Jaws is the point where we're like, we get shot. I'm starting to like then think like what else is in the list, and I'm just like, oh, then
This
I
is
went.
just gonna get worse.
Then I went to TV themes, and TV themes is a dark path. So I skated close to the edge, got out, didn't hurt myself.
Did he have a crew?
Oh yeah, he had a big crew too. His crew didn't really seem to give a shit.
No, he was just having a bad night. He needed
I
something
guess,
to
yeah.
focus his attention on.
I think we were just we're his scapegoat and appropriate.
You probably gave him something to talk about afterward, and
I think
made his night much better.
But I have to imagine in a bad headspace if that gets you
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
angry.
But then,
Right?
like, you can't-
I could see at most being if that happened. Well, if that happened, I would just laugh knowing that
that-
someone was plying their
Patrick
fucking
is there
trade.
somewhere?
That's-
Like-
yeah, the spirit of Patrick Klepek is there, rocking the jukebox properly.
And
Like,
when we
I would
did-
get pissed if. Or I used to get pissed when a bunch of goddamn hippies would go and play like 8 Bob Marley songs, and I'd
Right.
be like, Jesus fucking Christ, come
Right.
on.
right.
well, they're not going to get skipped.
But
You're going to have to suffer through.
but if the theme to Frasier came on,
How could you not laugh at that?
I would be pretty stoked about
And
that.
see, that's-
but then I guess I have to ask if I would still be stoked if it was the theme to Frasier like 4 times in a row. So
right.
I don't know.
Twice in a row would be good. Third time you'd be like, well, yeah, that's...
All
4
right.
times you're like, I just want to kill myself.
Okay.
I want to kill myself.
You did the joke already. Got it.
Yeah.
But also, if it was like 20 minutes ago, maybe like before you guys got there, somebody had done the same thing.
Sure.
With like, Family Ties theme 80 times in a row. And it's that dude's been there all night being like, the fuck? God damn it.
Just want to hear some good tunes.
I'm supposed to meet ladies with this bullshit on.
I actually feel bad when it gets like if I like the fun is like annoying a bunch of people and
Yeah.
just got like who does that
Right.
like when it actually like if literally I ruined that guy's night like on some level it is kind of funny that like something like that bothers you to like your core. That's kind of like it's on some level is the whole point of that is that like someone like you exists. That's weird. But I feel bad if like I ruined like someone's night.
Like I'm saying, I think if he was already mad and was
Sure.
looking for a fight, I bet after you guys left, he had a good, something.
Yeah.
Those fucking assholes. Yeah,
Right.
those fucking assholes.
It's
yeah.
cool. Forget
And
about
then
it. Those
maybe
guys
that was
sucked.
a setup line for some
Yeah.
sexy lady.
No, probably not.
Yeah,
but he's,
I gave those guys the mean look,
Yeah.
and they bounced.
They know
Then
what's
I went and
happened.
spent $20 on that.
I was
jukebox.
protecting our turf
Who
for
runs
you,
Walnut
for you,
Creek?
girl.
Yeah, I put on all these Pitbull songs.
nice hugs.
I'm Captain Nut.
Is he? Are you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They assign roles to people in Walnut Creek.
No, I've been running for Captain Nut for like my campaign has been going for a while now.
Got a baby out of
really,
it.
I mean, the captain's fine, but it's the nut comptroller. That's the guy who
He's got the real power.
He wields the true power there.
Yeah.